People love to look good. They love to look good. And for that reason, they're going to be very particular about who they receive feedback from, who they receive help from, because they want to look good. And as I heard Bishop T.D. Jakes say one time, he said, people love performing, but they hate rehearsal. And so I want to give this example as to why some people make the effort in the process of receiving help, the process of transformation, because that's what we're talking about here. We're not just talking about getting help, but we're talking about stepping into transformation. People want to guarantee a certain outcome while doing the least amount of effort. Now, this is interesting because you've got to put in the effort, because your effort is what you control. And the outcome, especially if you're working with me, the outcome is going to be what we create. But if you are hesitant because you want to look good, your outcomes are going to reflect your effort. And your effort is going to reflect what you're truly willing to do. Now you may be thinking, well, Ashley, that's not fair. When we talk about transformation, people just don't know. You know at some level what you want. You may not know all the steps to getting there, but when you step into that process of transformation, especially with your child and for your child, you can do the steps that create the results. You just have to decide what you're willing to do. And there's this part of your brain that is very active when you are presented with options and you have to decide which one to choose, how much effort to make, how much is it going to cost you. This is called the anterior cingulate cortex region of the brain. And so you have to decide, well, how much effort is this worth? And what I say to parents is you're gonna feel good as you step into this process because you're making the first step towards transformation. But every step is not going to feel good. Just like anything you've had to work towards that you accomplished, it's not going to feel good. It's going to feel like work. It's going to feel like a rehearsal on some days. The beautiful thing about love and faith and trust is that it lightens our load. And so you have to be in the transformation process with love, faith, and trust, and love for yourself, love for your child, faith in the process, faith in your child, faith in yourself, trusting in the process. And you're working with me, trusting in me. But you can't worry about how am I going to look. When you're working, you're working. If you sweat, you sweat. If you sneeze, you sneeze. If you get a cut, and you start bleeding a little bit, you put a Band-Aid on it after you clean it up. But I think with so many parents wanting to look good, it's concerning because they are avoiding depths of their transformation process because they're more concerned with the outward image versus the inner image. So I started this video with saying, many people love performance, but they hate rehearsal. And how can we love the rehearsal more? We have to see the vision. We have to connect to it. We have to have a certain level of investment in our why. And we have to be committed to figuring out the how, taking multiple routes. And when we're presented with the question of how much effort should I put in, it's better to put more effort in up front than to stand there suspiciously and look and observe and decide. You're doing all these facial expressions while you're thinking about whether you should get involved. It's better to find out sooner than later. Put in the effort now, make the investment now, and find out what it's worth, because the sooner you start, the sooner you find out. But if you delay, because you're not trusting that there's some type of benefit for you, then you're always going to be wondering. And that's where the sense of regret comes in.